Holy shit, face in the vault. Let's go. Everyone, and welcome to Sunday with Ola 252. Oh my goodness, in my face. Let me unhook this little gadget of a thing right there, and let me speak to you about life. Life, my friends, is a fucking asshole. You know what? Life is okay. Thank you. It's completely fine. Don't worry about it. But we're gonna talk about this new guitar that I have right here. This is the A2.6 QBRB. Be right back, baby. 27 inch. So it's a 27 inch, like half baritone guitar in the 2 series. And dude, what an absolute beast this is. Take a look at that quilted maple right there, huh? That was a little bit of like a techie, proggy intro right there. Holy shit. I had no idea I had it in me. If I embrace this, how does it look? I have no idea. Let's go. It's time for the news. Coroner announces first new album in more than 30 years. Dissonance Theory shares renewal single. Let's listen to renewal single. Oh my goodness. Dissonance Theory contains 10 new songs across 47 minutes, recorded by Tompas, guitar player at New Sound Studios in Switzerland, and mixed and mastered by Jens Bogren, of course. It will be available as a 2-CD media book. When will it be out? That's what I'm wondering. Hello. October 17 worldwide through Century Media. I thought a lot about what Coroner should sound like today, but I pretty quickly realized that looking backwards wouldn't serve us. Of course, over time you develop a certain signature as a musician, so even if the material is new, it might still feel like a bridge to earlier phases, simply because it's me writing it. That said, we didn't set out to continue a legacy, we just wanted to create something honest and grounded in the present. The thing about Coroner, since, you know, they haven't released anything in 30 years, I think that there's a big gap of new listeners that haven't really heard of Coroner at all. I mean, for me, you know, the older guy, I absolutely know Coroner and I love Coroner, but I think there's a lot of people that are young and haven't even heard of Coroner that gets to experience what they sound like, and maybe this, you know, new album and song can make them go back and listen to the earlier albums that were over, you know, 30 years ago. This new song absolutely slaps. Also, I'm extremely excited, obviously, to be a little bit of part of this, that Coroner is coming back. Because as you can see, both Tommy and Ron is playing solar guitars. Solar guitar, Tommy Vetteli, and then the bass. So obviously, I'm extremely proud about this and their comeback, I would say. Tommy is an absolute gentleman and legend, and I've actually been to his studio, and hopefully I'll get to go back soon. All right, this is 1 week old, but I didn't get a chance to cover it in the last Sunday with Ola. But at the gates, Tomas Lindberg reveals cancer diagnosis and plans to release a new album. And basically, at the gates made a statement telling the story about Tomas Lindberg's latest health issues. That's actually been a thing for a long time, since 2023. where he got adenoid cystic carcinoma, a type of oral cancer. He underwent a major surgery to remove a significant portion of the roof of his mouth, followed by 2 months of radiation. Remarkably, Lindberg revealed that the vocals for the New At The Gates upcoming album were recorded just 1 day before the surgery, mostly in single takes, ensuring that the project could be completed regardless of his health situation. So he basically went in the day before and he recorded vocals to the demos just to be able to cover, you know, the album at least. And then he had no idea what would, you know, what he would be like after that, if he could even perform. Now in the beginning of 2025, they have found some remains of the cancer and it's inaccessible by surgery or radiation, so we will see what the next step is, but probably some form of chemotherapy to keep the cancer in check. Luckily, we recorded vocals for the demos for the new album before all of this happened. So, fuck, man. Obviously, I've known this for quite some time, and I actually met Tomas last year. He came to the studio when we were recording with The Haunted. And, you know, he seemed to be in good spirit then. But then hearing that, you know, it's become worse now in 2025 really tears my heart apart. Obviously, this hits very close to me, and since I'm in The Haunted and, you know, Haunted at the Gates go, you know, it's basically like this. We're good friends and, you know, for them, they're family, basically. It's really heartbreaking to know that he's gone through this, but also at the same time, I'm kind of relieved that, you know, this is out in the open finally, so he can receive the support from the fans, and the fans can support him and his situation, and, you know, to keep him staying strong and positive. So please, send all the love that you can to Tomas of At The Gates. I know for a fact that this new album is going to be an absolute kick-ass banger. You know, Anders is back. You know, the original At The Gates and The Haunted guitar player that I replaced in The Haunted. But he's back. He's a legend and a genius in my opinion. So the combination of Anders, Jonas, and Tompa, it's going to be a banger of an album. There's no denying that. All right, so I'm on my way to the airport right now, and I figured I would cover the news about Brent Hinds passing. I just heard yesterday. At first I thought it was fake news, but apparently it was confirmed that he got hit by another car while riding his motorcycle. And it's another tragic passing. And it's so weird, man. I just met the guy like 1.5 months ago, and I did that gear rundown. Yeah, dude, so fucking weird how the world works. I imagine also that it feels weird for the guys in Mastodon that, you know, it ended on a bad note, and that now, you know, there's no room for forgiveness or, you know, getting back together, or dude, that must feel awful. So another insane blow to the metal community. Brent Hinds passed away. Rest in peace. All right, also something I missed in the last Sunday with Ola was that Megadeth also released their artwork for their upcoming final album. Cover artist Blake Armstrong, better known as Space Comics. Where is that album cover? There it is. Hell yeah. That's Vic right there. He's burning. Poor guy. But he's cold on the other side. How about that? That looks sick, actually. That looks great. And that, my friends, is absolutely not AI. However, Megadeth did share that teaser video, which was obviously AI, and some people reacted to this. They made a teaser video with the... Can we watch this? Okay. But it's so obvious that it's AI. People reacted to this, and it's like... you know... At this point, if you would ask Dave Mustaine what his comments about it being AI, you know what I think that he would say? He would say like, "Fuck those guys, I don't care." That's my opinion. Despite this, it actually dawned on me that this is actually the first of one of the big four that steps out. You know, the big four. You have Metallica, Anthrax, Slayer, and Megadeth. And Megadeth is the first band that steps out of this. Is it going to be the big three now? What will happen? All right, because it was Dimebag's birthday this past week, new action figure of Pantera's Dimebag Darrell coming from Super 7. They will release a reaction figure of the late Pantera guitarist, okay, later this month. A 3.75-inch scale. All right, order here. What? I see this picture right here. I'm like, dude, this looks badass. And then, is that it, really? Kind of sucks a little bit, just saying. Is it just me? I'm sorry if I offend anyone. I think it's cool, but I'm not gonna order that. Just saying. But if you want to order that, you can go to super7.com. It's only $20, so it's not that bad. These are cool as hell, man. These are the pop figures of Dimebag. That's cool. I think that's cool. Whatever that was, fuck. I have to get one. God damn it. But also because it was Dimebag's birthday, Guitar World featured this little anecdote, and I wanted to share it because it's something that I read and I really took to heart when they first had the Riffer Madness series of Dimebag articles on the Guitar World. That was like late 90s, mid 90s to late 90s, I thought. And, you know, I was reading these in the in Guitar World at the end 90s. And this particular anecdote, I really took to heart. And when I read about it, I think you'll understand what I'm saying, because it's something I preach, basically, when people ask me about things. So, in one of these now iconic columns, Darrell harked back to his roots and reflected on how his dad, country music producer Jerry L.D. Abbott, was instrumental in his guitar and Pantera's journey. One day when I was learning to play guitar, I was stomping around the house all pissed off because my playing was in a bit of a rut, he wrote. My dad, who's a great guitarist, said something that I've always remembered. He asked me, "Can you learn a new lick today?" And Dimebag said, "Of course I can." Then he said, "Well, son, if you decided to learn just one new lick a day, how many would you have at the end of the year?" Simple as that. The possibilities are staggering. Shit, if I knew a lick for every beer or black tooth I've had, I can't even imagine how much extra knowledge I'd have. It's such a simple suggestion, but you know, sometimes when you play guitar, it can be really overwhelming. That it's like, okay, dude, where am I in my guitar playing? And what am I doing right now? You know, I'm just playing the same fucking bullshit all over. And you're like, okay, I gotta learn a new song, blah, blah, blah. But if you break it down, just like Jerry Abbott did here when he told Dimebag, just like, okay, if you just learn one lick every day, you know, at the end of the year, you'll have so many licks. And I really took this to heart the first time I heard it. During the 90s when I was, you know, up and coming guitar player. But I've kind of shifted it around a little bit and made my own variant of this advice right here. What if I write one riff a day? How many riffs will I have at the end of the year? So this was something I really took to heart, and you know, as you can see if you've been following Son with Ola, it's 252 right now, and I've been constantly trying to write riffs and write something or just get it out of my system for every Sunday with Ola. And at the end of the day, we're 252 SWOLAs in, and every Sunday with Ola intro has like 3 riffs maybe. Dude, that's over 600 riffs right there, 700 riffs. It's a lot of riffs, man, but it's the consistency that matters. And out of those 700 riffs, there's at least 2 that are like award-winning. No, not award-winning, but like that could be really good. You know, shit. So yes, a little anecdote from Dimebag that I took to heart, and you should do too, okay? And that, my friends, was the news. Hello.
It's nice.
All right, it's time for another gig with the Haunted. We're going to Oslo to play Hellbotten Festival, and I have some decisions I need to make and take in regards to what to bring to this event. Maybe you've seen my videos about the pedal boards and all that. Am I going for the full analog Chug pedal board, or am I going to go with the quad Cortex board? That's what I'm going to try and figure out today. Also, I'm going to switch strings on this guitar. I'm putting this guitar in together with the other relics as a live guitar. So I got to change strings, put it in standard D. But in regards to the pedal boards, I did this, the analog Chug board, and then this is the tried and true pedal board that I have with the quad Cortex and my wah pedal and all that. I was thinking of hooking both of these pedal boards up right now and just try and A/B them using, well, I have a Chug tuner pedal somewhere where it has like a split on it, so I can go A/B. And then I just use the Seymour Duncan Power Stage, the stereo one, so I can use the same cabinet, A/B them. Should be scientifically enough. At this show, there will be a backline amplifier, so I'm going to skip out on bringing a power amplifier for this specific gig, just to get my travel size down even further. I mean, something I've learned is that, it all really depends on the situation, what I should use and what I should bring. Like if it's a flying show, and it's a festival, they usually have backline amplifiers. I can use an effects loop to run my quad Cortex rig, and that would be it, But if it's our own gig somewhere in Sweden, I have to bring the whole Monty, So you have to have different rigs for different situations. I just want the core as close to what I want as possible, at least. So the rig becomes more modular in that sense. So depending on what type of gig it is, I can just take out whatever needs to be taken out. So what's good about this Mesa rectifier cabinet is that it has 4 ohm split, so I can split the sides, which is going to be perfect for this, because then the Seymour Duncan Power Stage will be at full 100 at each side, and I can just A/B without damaging anything, basically. I just need 2 speaker cables. All right, so both pedal boards on the floor right here, and the Chug tuner splitter thingy. It's basically splitting the wireless signal going into both of these rigs. All right. Let's see. That's just so gnarly sounding, man. Okay, let's switch to the quad Cortex. Dude, it's tough, man. I really like the sound of both these pedal boards. But what's making me lean towards going with the Quad Cortex anyways is because it's tried and true. You know, I feel safe using the Quad Cortex. I'm probably safe as hell with the analog pedal board as well. It's just that I haven't tried it before. And I think I would need like a tour to bring out both of these and like give it a chance and try it out when actually playing live. And we have gigs coming with the Haunted later this year where I will have a little bit more time with sound check. It's our own gigs also, so I can tinker around a little bit with, you know, with switching in between the two rigs and you know, actually spend time dialing in tones. Everything's dialed in on the Quad Cortex right now, and it's just like, it's safe. I'm gonna fly into a festival, kick ass and leave. And for that, I think I'm actually bringing the Quad Cortex board this time, and I'll hold off on the Chug board until I get a chance to incorporate it more into my vocabulary in that sense. But I still think that both of them sound absolutely sick as hell through this rig. And hell yeah. There you go. Indecisive Ola. Actually maybe making a decision right there. As for now at least. For the flying gigs, I just want to be, you know, I just want to remove all risks. And that's basically what I'm doing when bringing the Quad Cortex rig, because it's tried and true. On festivals, you have very fast changeovers. You don't want to sit and tinker around with sounds at that point. You want to get up and running and get a good monitoring situation as fast as you can, and then basically you're playing. So for a festival, I'm going to bring the Quad Cortex rig this time, and I'll bring the Chug board along for the tour instead. Hell yeah! Also, something I'm excited for is that I get to bring 3 guitars this time using this Quantum Industries case. I always usually bring 2, and I use 2 guitars, but that means that I can bring a backup this time. So that has me pretty excited as well. So I'll show you the 3 guitars I will bring. So I'll bring out all the guitars that I'm bringing. Let's put them all up against each other and I'll show you, okay? It's basically gonna be a full-blown fucking relic fest. Check this out. So it's gonna be these 3 guitars that I bring. And this is the one I have in drop C. And these 2 are in standard D right here. So I think the black one is gonna be the backup. And the red one is going to be the main standard D guitar. And just like before, I mark them up, string thickness and tuning, just for easier for our guitar tech if he has time to change the strings. But I'm going to do an overhaul right now and change the strings of all of these 3 right now, just so I get it out of the way, you know. So there you go, a little adventures with Ola. I'm making a vlog of the show as well. And obviously I'm gonna let you know how it goes, okay? Ha! Ha! I forgot to ask, which one sounded better in your ears? Based on those camera audio clips that it's really tough to analyze. But I really felt that the Chug board, that's my sound right there. It's just done deal, fucking perfect. The Quad Cortex, it's like, that's the safety option for me right now. So that was the pedal board that I brought to Norway and Oslo, by the way. So I want to move to the Chug board because it is the sound that is me, you know? So hell yeah. All right, so I went to the Total Metal exhibition in Stockholm. It's a metal exhibition about Swedish metal and death metal. Basically a celebration of it all in an exhibition at the Kulturhuset, the Culture House in Stockholm. It runs up until the 21st of September. So if you're in Stockholm, I highly recommend going there. It's a great celebration of, you know, the classic Swedish metal bands. But I went there, I did a short little vlog. Hope you'll enjoy it.
Never again! I don't have to shock! You feed all my pain!
Ha! That was it for SWOLA252, everyone. Also, before I leave, I want to talk to you about the Solar Guitars Back to School special. People are back to school. How about that? That's great. If you buy a Solar guitar or a Solar bass, excluding S by Solar, excluding outlet guitars, you will get a free Chug Tuner Plus. Do I have one to show? No! I don't, but it's the Chug Tuner Plus. It's basically a tuner, it's a boost, and a splitter. Hallelujah, you get that for free when buying a Solar guitar or bass. That's the back to school special right there, and I think it will be going on until September. So, go back to school, you son of a bitch. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. If you want to support Ola Englund the Swede, you have olaenglundshop.com. Go hug your family, and please, have a good day.